Hey guys, it's Legend Kage, and today we are going to be going over the Hunter exotic Raiden Flux. This is a year 1 staple exotic for Arcstrider, and with the recent buffs to Arcstrider, I wanted to show some great coverage for it, because it is now completely busted. Starting off with the exotic overview, we have the exotic perk Synapse Junctions. Quick successive attacks with Arcstraff increase its damage output and duration. Breaking it down, what we get is 103% more total damage, 27% longer duration, and a 60% DPS increase over base Arcstaff. This exotic works with any of the 3 Arcstrider subclasses. However, in PvE, Top Tree Arcstrider is the best and will be the one we're going to make a build out of today. Bottom Tree is more focused on PvP and pairs better with an exotic like Wormhusk Crown, and Middle Tree gets a lot more usage out of Raiju's Harness. Starting off with Top Tree's abilities, we have Combination Blow. Kill an enemy with this melee ability to trigger health regeneration and increase your melee damage temporarily, stacks up to 3 times. This results in 309% more melee damage at 3 stacks and lasts 20 seconds. Combat Flow, melee kills recharge your dodge ability. Deadly Reach, dodging increases your melee range, allowing you to lunge further to strike enemies. And Lethal Current, after dodging, each Arcstaff hit creates a damaging lightning aftershock, resulting in a 37% total damage increase with well-timed dodges. Gambler's Dodge should be your dodge of choice here. Dodge to perform a death tumble, avoiding enemy attacks. Dodging near enemies fully recharges your melee ability. This gives us the synergy of our dodge refreshes our melee and our melee refreshes our dodge. For grenades and jumps, they are all personal preference and just go with what you like. Now for weapon choices, really anything can work with this build, and you'll get a lot of mileage out of perks such as Swashbuckler, Trench Barrel, and especially 1-2 Punch. I normally run this build with a double special such as a Sniper, 1-2 Punch Shotgun, and Anarchy, and I use my melee for the bulk of the ad clear, the Sniper to take care of any long range enemies, and the 1-2 Punch Shotgun and Anarchy to delete bosses and majors. Stat priority is always pretty simple and it is personal preference. I will give you what I consider my minimums and maximums to be, but they can always be changed based on your armor and your preference. This build is also very good at refreshing its own cooldowns, so you do not need to spec as much as other builds. Starting with mobility, you want anywhere from 3 to 10. Resilience, you want anywhere from 3 to 10. Recovery, you want anywhere from 7 to 10. Discipline, you want anywhere from 4 to 10. Intellect, you want anywhere from 4 to 10. And strength, you'd like anywhere from 4 to 10. Now there are a good number of mods that synergize with this exotic, and instead of doing full builds like before, I want to cover all the mod synergies. That way you have that information if you like, and you can mix and match what fits for your armor. I will give my recommended build at the end. Starting with the helm, we have Hands On, gain bonus super energy on melee kills, and Dynamo, reduces super cooldown when using your class ability near targets. Arms, we have Impact Induction, causing damage with a melee attack reduces your grenade cooldown. Chest, you want to use resistant mods, especially melee damage resistance, reduces incoming damage from combatants that are at point blank range, and because we are going to melee for primary ad clear, this helps out a lot. Legs, there's really only recuperation, replenishes health each time you pick up an orb of power. It's very powerful and I highly recommend it. For your cloak, all you really got is Bomber, reduces grenade cooldown when using your class ability. Then for combat style, we have High Energy Fire. While charged with light, gain a bonus to weapon damage. Each defeated combatant consumes 1 stack of charge with light. Protective Light, while charged with light, you gain a significant damage resistance against combatants when your shields are destroyed. This effect consumes all stacks of charge with light. The more stacks consumed, the longer the damage resistance lasts. Then we have Melee Wellmaker. Powered melee combatant final blows spawn elemental wells matching your subclass energy type. Well of Ions, picking up an arc elemental well causes your next melee to deal increased damage. Font of Wisdom, picking up an elemental well that matches your subclass energy type grants you a temporary significant increase in your intellect, improving the recharge rate of your super. Font of Might, picking up an elemental well that matches your subclass energy type grants a temporary bonus to weapon damage of that same same elemental type. Elemental charge, become charged with light by picking up an elemental well. If that well's elemental type matches your subclass element, you gain 2 stacks of charge with light. And finally, on the artifact for Season of the Lost, we have Well of Potency. Picking up an elemental well grants you super energy, and hands-on, gain bonus super energy on melee kills. And now for a very quick build using this exotic. Our subclass is going to be Top Tree Arcstrider. Our weapons are going to be Succession, Final Verdict, and Anarchy. Our exotic armor is going to be Raiden Flux. Our helm, which will be Void, will have Dynamo, Hands-on from the artifact, and Protective Light. Our gloves are going to be Solar with Momentum Transfer and Elemental Charge. Our chest is going to be any with Concussive Dampener, Melee Resistance, and Melee Wellmaker. Our legs are going to be Solar with Recuperation, Grenade Launcher Scavenger, and Font of Wisdom. And then our cloak is going to be Solar with Bomber ×2 and Font of Might. And for some quick gameplay tips, use the light heavy rotation while you're in your super. It does massive damage and can stun lock bosses. Also, use your dodge before you start your rotation, and every 2 rotations, dodge again. This allows you to get full benefit out of lethal current. Feel free to use your grenade just to help out with ad clear, because you will get it back very quickly. And other than that, the build plays itself by getting a melee kill, generating a well, grants you a bunch of benefits, increases damage with Final Verdict and Anarchy, and just go around start slaying stuff. Arc Staff with Lethal Current and Raiden Flux is insanely powerful, and I hope you guys enjoy this build. Thanks for watching all the way through. I hope you guys are enjoying these builds, and let me know if there are any exotics you'd like me to cover next. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time.